Hey guys, just wanted to do a quick update. I guess it's an update, I don't know. It's more of a fact and that I found out. I don't know why I'm out of breath. Anyway, so last night I was feeling really down because I've taken a couple pregnancy tests. I even took one this morning and they're all negative. And yesterday I was feeling extremely down because I had taken a first response and I thought I saw a really, really faint line. And then when I'd hold it up to the light, like the sunlight, you could see it. It was obvious. It was a shadow of a line. Well, me being the hopeful one that I am, I was like, it has to be the second line. It's just too early for it to come really strong. Well, it was just that. It was just a shadow of the indent that would have turned pink if it would have found any HCG in my urine. Well, so I was convincing myself that it was a second line, and knowing that it wasn't, it just kind of, I hurt my own feelings. So last night when I was in bed, I decided to look at my medical chart that I can get online, and I decided to look at when I had gone to the doctor when I was pregnant with Hannah, just to kind of just to see what they were doing and stuff back then in 2012. Well, and I mean 2012 was 3 years ago, almost 4 years ago, so I don't really remember much of my first early doctor's visits. But apparently on March 1st, I had gone for a annual pap smear. Okay? When they do those checkups, they make you pee in a cup and they check to see if you're pregnant. That I remember because they did that like every visit. Well, I found out I was pregnant with her a few days after St. Patrick's Day. So 2 weeks later, I found out I was pregnant. So when I went to the doctor, I was 4 weeks pregnant, which if I am pregnant right now, I would be 4 weeks. So I have come to the conclusion that HCG does not turn up in my urine until at least 5 or 6 weeks. So, and the fact that I haven't gotten a period, I mean, if I get a period between this video and the next hour, few days, whatever, then obviously it was just my cycles are really long. Well, if I don't get a period and if I keep testing, like I'm gonna try and hold off to test over the weekend, and then if nothing shows up then, I'm gonna test. Well, if nothing shows up then, I'm probably just gonna go ahead and call the doctor and get a blood test, and then in between the appointment and from when I call, I'm gonna keep testing, see if anything shows up. But that gave me hope. And with my son, kind of the same situation, except I really don't remember dates and all that because that was 7, almost 8 years ago. Wow. That just kind of hit me. So with him, I can remember going in for my annual pap smear, and then I didn't take a test with him until I was 8 weeks pregnant because I just didn't feel pregnant, and I just woke up one day and my body just told me to take a test. So I didn't have my first ultrasound with him until I was 10 weeks. But I had had a pap smear like that, I think it was in February. I'm not exactly sure. But I was really early in pregnancy when I went for that and they didn't catch it. So I have a feeling that I'm one of those women that If I test too early, it's going to show negative even if I am pregnant, because I have a feeling I don't get that big surge of HCG until later. So I'm holding on to that for all that I'm worth. Even if I'm not pregnant, it still gives me hope for when it does happen, that maybe me testing early, I might be pregnant, but it's just not going to show up yet. So I'm holding on to that little glimmer of hope for dear life. So hopefully within the next week, if I am pregnant, it will show up. Or really, I wish it would happen in the next few days, but I have a feeling since the doctors didn't pick it up and I was 4 weeks pregnant with her, that I'm not going to be able to pick it up yet. So maybe next week, the week after, I will test again, and hopefully there'll be a positive. If not, I do have a doctor's appointment October 28th for my follow-up that I had in July, when I was cleared to try having another baby on my own because I didn't need to be put on Clomid or metformin for any type of PCOS. So hopefully I can last that long of waiting to go to the doctor. I think that's the only available date they had. But anyway, so that doctor's appointment is just a follow-up, but hopefully it won't just be a follow-up. It could be my first prenatal. So I'm holding on to that too. But anyway, that was just all I had today. I've taken 4 pregnancy tests in 4? No. I've taken 3 pregnancy tests in the last 2 days, and they're all negative. So I'm not going to get too depressed if I take another one this week and it's still negative. So who knows? Thank you for watching and have a good day.